All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Millionaire Mindset. Welcome back. All right, today the topic is don't try to time the bottom in a crypto bear market. All right. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of trying to time the bottom in the bear market. And one thing I think is very important to realize is that the market is much smarter than you and I. Okay. So if everybody thinks that Bitcoin is going to dump to 10K or 13K, right? Will it happen? I don't think so. I think that there's a probability, but what's the likelihood of that happening, right? And now it's totally possible. I'm not ruling that out, right? Next week or in 2 weeks, it could happen, right? But keeping that in mind, dollar cost averaging down is the best thing. It is the best thing, in my opinion, in a bear market, because if you are a person who thinks you got it figured out and you're just going to buy when the coast is clear, check it out. When the coast is clear, the markets will have already moved up, probably exponentially. Right? So those prices for those altcoins and for Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever you're looking at, stocks included, they may have recovered 50% or not, maybe not necessarily 50%, but they may have doubled from where they were. Right? So let's say if you wait until the coast is clear, until the news is talking about the latest developments and how the market is pivoting. Right? By that time, the juicy gains from the bear market lows are more than likely probably already in. Right? And you missed out on entries into some of these assets that you may never see again or may never see again for a very, very, very long time. Okay. So I know people who have tried to do this in the last bear market. Heck, I was one of them. I bought assets in the bear market of the first time Bitcoin had hit 20K back in 2017. Right. And then we had that long, dreadful bear market. And I wasn't as aggressive as I should have been, and I had to wait until now. Right. And a lot of those assets that I didn't buy as much of that I really wanted to, they're not at those prices anymore. They're still up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000%, some of them. Right. So I say that to say, do not take the bear market and seeing these cryptos and these stocks on sale for granted. It will bite you in the ass, and it will bite you in the ass very hard, continuously. That don't feel good. That does not feel good. It does not feel good to be the person who says, man, I remember when it was 5 cents, man, it's trading at 80 cents right now. I can't even buy 10,000 of them, or I got the money, but I just don't want to. Right. So, investing is not a team sport, guys, but we all have individual goals and whatnot, and there's no one size fits all to everybody. But there are some basic fundamentals that investors, especially crypto investors, should go by, and one of those is don't take the bear market for granted and don't try to time the bottom. All right. Because if the Fed or the markets pivot next week and you didn't buy anything over the past few months, well, you missed out on some juicy gains, because check it out. If you're looking at an asset that's at 10 cents, right? It was at 10 cents last week. Now it's at 20 cents, right? For it to get back to its all-time high, let's say it was $3, right? Now you're buying it at 20 cents. So your multiples for it to get back to its all-time high, if it gets back to its all-time high, they're cut in half, right? So now instead of, let's just say, a 2,000% gain, you're looking at a 1,000% gain. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not doing this video to create FOMO, but I'm doing it to let you know how I feel about trying to time the bottom. It's something that you should not stress yourself with if you're trying to hodl. If you're looking for long-term holds and long-term entries, don't try to time the bottom. Strategic dollar cost averaging. It goes like this. It goes like this. Simple strategy, all right? Dollar cost averaging. Buy more when it goes down or when it's depressed. When it goes down more, buy more, and buy less when it goes up, or don't buy at all. Just hold, right? When people are greedy and trying to buy the asset and it goes parabolic, I wouldn't be afraid to take profits, all right? It depends on the asset and it depends on your plan. You should have had a plan before you bought the crypto in the first place, all right? But do not try to time the bottom. Man, I'm telling you, don't try to time the bottom. You don't have it as figured out as you think you do, right? If you are really trying to do that. Now, caveat, you may get lucky. We may get a retest of the lows at 17.6. As I mentioned last week, Market Cipher printed a signal that it has not flashed in 2018, 2019. Yeah, it has not flashed that signal since then. And so that's indicating to me that we have seen the bottom, right? The bottom was 17.6. I'm not saying that we can't go back down there and retest that or break below it, but I take that signal very seriously. And regardless, right? This is how I deal with, buying in the bear market, or this is my perspective on buying in the bear market, right? If I think that there's a possibility for LCX to get back to its all-time high at, let's say it was 60 cents, right? Why would I not pay 5 to 6 cents for it right now? Or if I think it can get to $1 or more, why would I not pay 6 cents for it right now, right? The price that we pay for investing in this market and speculating and making money off of these assets is the volatility. If you cannot handle the volatility that comes with investing in crypto, you need to not invest in crypto. And stocks are volatile too, right? This is a market in crypto that's traded 24/7, 365 days a year. All right. The market does not sleep. All right. So while you out enjoying your weekend, one of these weekends, the market could pivot, right? And you may be assuming, oh, it's just a relief rally. It'll just roll back over. It's going lower, right? It may do that, but one of those times it's not going to do that. So keep that in mind if you're on the sidelines, right? And you have the capital to deploy, right? Versus being on the sidelines and you just really don't have the funds to deploy. Keep in mind that one of these days, the market is not going to turn back around and go lower like you think it will because of macroeconomic conditions, because of whatever insolvent exchange, whatever the variables are. One of those days, one of those bounces is going to be real. One of those bounces is going to be the actual pivot, right? And if you were on the sidelines the whole time, you will have missed out. Maybe on the buying opportunity of a generation, if not for a few years, right? So keep that in mind, guys, when you're out there investing. This is a note from Deuce, Crypto Millionaire Mindset. Don't try to time the bottom. Consistency, and patience. The Crypto Millionaire Mindset understands volatility, understands consistency, and understands that making a whole bunch of money in crypto is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So with that said, not every asset in your portfolio needs to hit a home run, right? If your goal is to essentially cash out, right? The moment the asset 10x's, when that crypto 10x's, you cash out or you sell half. Stick to that. Be consistent. The moment you don't stick to your guns or your plans, that's when stuff goes sour, right? Stuff goes left and you lose out on that one, right? You didn't play that one right, which it can happen, right? You may not play every opportunity perfectly. You know what I'm saying? What's important is that you learn from it. All right. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on trying to time the market. I'll be back soon with another Crypto Millionaire Mindset video. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash up the like. Shouts out to the DeFi Moneyverse Telegram group. Free link in the description. Deuce Crypto out.